Hey everyone, welcome back to English Break, the place where we make English fun, practical, and easy to use in real life.
Hi there, I'm Aya, and we're so happy you're tuning in again.
If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment to tell us what kind of English situations you want us to cover next.
Exactly. Every week, we help you practice real English, not textbook English, so you can sound confident in your daily life, studies, or work.
And today, we've got something super useful. We're talking about job interviews, and especially remote interviews, where communication really matters.
Yes, we'll show you how to answer questions, what kind of tone to use, and how to sound confident even if English isn't your first language.
We'll also do a mock interview, so you can hear what a great English interview sounds like. And don't worry, we'll break it all down after.
All right, deep breath, everyone. Let's jump right in.
Hi, Lena. It's great to meet you. Can you hear me okay?
Hi, James. Yes, I can hear you perfectly. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me.
Of course. I'm glad we could connect. So, to start, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name's Lena, and I graduated with a degree in business communication. For the past 2 years, I've been working as a marketing assistant at a software company where I help plan digital campaigns and create social media content.
That sounds interesting. What made you choose this career path?
I've always loved understanding how people connect with ideas. When I was younger, I used to design posters for school events and social projects. I realized that marketing is really about storytelling, and I enjoy telling stories that inspire action.
That's a great answer. Since this is a remote position, we often work with international clients. How comfortable do you feel using English professionally?
Honestly, pretty confident. I use English every day for emails, meetings, and presentations. I improved a lot by watching movies and series in English and by talking with native speakers online. Of course, I still make mistakes sometimes, but I try to learn from them quickly.
That's the right attitude. Now, how would you describe your communication style?
I'd say I'm clear and respectful. I try to listen first and adapt my message to the person I'm speaking with. For example, I explain things more simply when talking to clients, but I use more detail when speaking with my team.
That's very professional. Can you tell me about a time you faced a challenge at work and how you solved it?
Sure. Last year, we launched a new product campaign, but after a few days, the engagement was much lower than expected. It was stressful because we had a strict deadline and a small budget. So I gathered the team and analyzed the data. We discovered the problem. Our messaging was too technical. We simplified the text, changed the visuals, and retargeted the audience. Within a week, engagement increased by 45%.
Impressive. So quick thinking and teamwork saved the campaign.
Exactly. That experience taught me the value of flexibility.
Great insight. Now, how do you handle stress or pressure when things get busy?
I try to stay calm and organized. When I feel overwhelmed, I make a list of priorities and tackle one thing at a time. I also take short breaks to clear my mind. A 5-minute walk or some music really helps me refocus.
That's a healthy approach. Okay. What would you say is your biggest strength?
I think my biggest strength is attention to detail. I always double-check my work before sending it. I also like finding creative solutions when something doesn't go as planned.
And what's one area you'd like to improve?
I sometimes find it hard to delegate. I like doing things myself because I want them to be perfect, but I'm learning to trust my teammates more and focus on the bigger picture.
That's honest, and something many professionals can relate to.
Yes, I think awareness is the first step to improvement.
Absolutely. One last question. Why do you want to work with our company?
I really admire your company's focus on innovation and teamwork. I love how you value creativity and new ideas. And because it's a remote position, I think I could grow a lot while still balancing my personal goals.
That's great to hear. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I'd love to know. What does success look like in the first 6 months for this position?
Excellent question. In the first 6 months, we'd like you to feel confident with our tools, contribute fresh ideas, and start leading small projects.
That sounds exciting. Thank you for explaining.
Of course. It was great talking with you, Lena. We'll be in touch soon.
Thank you so much, James. Have a great day.
All right, that was a really good example of a job interview. Aya, what did you think?
I loved it. Lena sounded confident, but also polite, and her answers were full of examples. That's something many English learners forget.
Right, if you just say, I'm good at teamwork, it's too short. You need to explain and show proof, like Lena did when she told a story about a campaign.
Exactly. And she used what we call the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. It makes your answer clear and structured.
Another thing I noticed, she used softening language really well. For example, she said, I'd say, or I think, instead of I am.
Yes, in English, that makes you sound professional and humble, not arrogant.
Also, she used modal verbs like I'd like or I could. That's a small thing, but it changes the tone completely.
And her grammar was great. When she talked about past experiences, she used past simple tense. We launched, we analyzed, we changed. That's exactly what you should do in interviews.
Right. Some learners mix tenses and say, we launch a campaign and then we are noticing, which sounds unnatural.
Yeah, keep it simple. Past events equals past tense. Easy.
Let's also talk about pronunciation. Did you hear how Lena slowed down when explaining important points?
Yes, she didn't rush. Speaking a little slower helps your message sound clearer and more confident.
And remember, your tone matters as much as your words. Smile while you speak. It really changes your voice energy.
Definitely. Even if the interview is on video, your smile can be heard.
And check your background, lighting, and internet before the interview. Technical issues can be stressful.
Yeah, you don't want to spend 5 minutes saying, "Can you hear me?"
Exactly.
Also, at the end, Lena asked a really smart question. What does success look like in the first 6 months? That shows motivation and long-term thinking.
Yes, never end with just, no, I don't have any questions. Always ask something that shows your interest in the company.
Like, how does the team collaborate? Or, what are your goals for this role?
Perfect examples.
All right, friends. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned some useful phrases for your next interview.
Remember, practice makes progress. Try repeating some of Lena's answers out loud. Record yourself and listen to your tone.
And if you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe to English Break, and leave us a comment. Tell us what kind of job you would like to apply for.
We love reading your comments. It helps us make content that really fits your goals.
Next week, we'll talk about email writing for job applications. Another super useful skill.
So don't miss it. Turn on your notifications and keep learning with us.
Until next time, stay confident, keep practicing, and remember,
You can break your limits with English Break.